With an ever-present diamond horseshoe in his cravat for good luck, Wilfrid Laurier epitomizes grace and elegance. He is as welcome in the palaces of London as in the parlors of Ottawa's Sandy Hill. But it was not always so.
When I bound myself in friendship to Wilfrid Laurier, I saw very quickly that this young deputy was still, in certain ways, only the little greenhorn.
Émilie Laverne takes credit for shaping a French-Canadian country lawyer into one of Canada's most influential public figures.
He did not even know the correct way to eat an orange at the table. I made him understand that this lack of etiquette would hamper him among the English elite.
Wilfrid Laurier is the son of a rural Quebec surveyor. He is thin and sickly with chronic bronchitis. A brilliant student, he studies law at McGill, then moves to the cleaner air of the countryside east of Montreal. He is elected to Parliament and builds his political career under the watchful eye of Émilie Laverne, his law partner's very sophisticated wife. They meet almost daily, sharing a common passion for English literature. Laurier is also married to a shy piano teacher, Zoe Lafontaine. Wilfrid and Zoe will never have children. But small-town rumors spread that Laurier is the father of Émilie's son Armand, with whom he bears an uncanny resemblance. But rumors do not stop Laurier's rise through the ranks of the Liberal Party. No longer opposed to Confederation, he forges a vision that French and English can work together.
The unity between the people is the secret of the future. There is glory in this fraternity of which Canada can never be proud enough. Mighty nations, indeed, may well come to us to seek a lesson in justice and humanity.
For more than 2 decades, he learns the system, forms alliances, and impresses colleagues with his charm and emerging charisma. Liberal MP Chubby Power recalls.
One of the things that endeared him to the younger members of the party was his habit of meeting us in the corridors, inviting us into his office to smoke a cigarette. Laurier had a natural and unaffected charm of personality. He had the gift of being loved.
His wife Zoe is at his side in Ottawa. But for years, he faithfully writes to Émilie.
I would like to see you, my friend. Simply to see you, to look into your eyes, to listen to your voice, to feel that it is you, to be sure of it, to enjoy the consciousness of it.
Spring 1896. An election is called. Laurier has been leader of the Liberal Party for almost a decade. In opposition, he has witnessed a string of Conservative prime ministers stumble over one divisive issue, the Manitoba schools question. Manitoba now has a majority of English Protestants. The province has abolished the official use of French and funding for Catholic schools. To French Manitobans, this is a violation of their constitutional rights. Laurier promises he can convince Manitoba's Premier Greenway to compromise.
If it were in my power, I would try the sunny way. I would approach this man, Greenway, with the sunny way of patriotism, asking him to be just and to be fair, asking him to be generous to the minority.
He gains support across the country, especially in Quebec, and in June 1896, Wilfrid Laurier becomes Canada's first French-Canadian Prime Minister. Within months, he comes to an agreement with Premier Greenway. But French separate schools are not restored, and French loses its status as a language equal to English. Teaching in French will be provided only where numbers warrant in a single public school system. For Laurier, it is compromise enough.
The agreement which we have obtained from the government of Manitoba satisfies every sensible man in Canada.
But anger erupts in French Canada. Archbishop Adélard Langevin of St. Boniface has led the fight for French rights in the West. To him, the deal is a betrayal.
Today is the saddest day of my career as a bishop. It is with a broken heart that I stand before you. I protest with all my strength against the use of that word, agreement. Instead of negotiating with us, the government dealt with those that oppressed us.
West of Quebec, the French language never again achieves the status it once had in Manitoba. Within a few years, similar restrictions are imposed in Alberta and Saskatchewan, and later in Ontario. But Laurier's compromise has helped make peace with Manitoba's English majority. Now, after 25 years, Laurier breaks off his relationship with Émilie Laverne. The Prime Minister cannot afford any scandal.